Hello and welcome back. Today we got a very exciting tutorial. We're talking about ElastiCache. So let's look at the typical architecture in AWS. Here we've got our region, availability zone, and let's say we have users who want to access our application or website. For simplicity's sake, let's say it's an application. They're going to access it through an elastic load balancer, which will distribute the load across our EC2 instances, which are hosting this application. And then the EC2 instances will be working with a database, for example, RDS, in the background or in the backend in order to store data, retrieve data, and to do what the application needs to do. Now, what we know about RDS is that it's a very durable type of database, and the data there can live for weeks, months, even years with no problems. At the same time, it is kind of slow. It is quite slow. Not extremely slow, of course, it's acceptable for many different types of applications, but for certain applications, it's not fast enough. Certain applications might need very low latency, such as leaderboards, real-time analytics, chat messaging, streaming, and so on. And RDS might just not cut it for those applications. So that's why we can use ElastiCache. It's a non-durable type of database. It's an in-memory store. So when on the exam you hear or see in-memory data store, think ElastiCache. So what ElastiCache does is it stores data in memory. It is very fast, and it actually allows you to reduce latency down to microsecond latency. Another thing to look out for in the exam: microsecond latency data bases data storage. And ElastiCache works with the popular open source in-memory data stores, or supports the popular open source in-memory data stores such as Redis and Memcached, and it manages all your data in memory, which is what makes it very fast. It can be used for those use cases we discussed, where you need very low latency, or it can be used in use cases where you just don't need data durability. An example of that is a shopping cart. So imagine you have a shopping cart. Where would you store the session? So we're storing the session data for our user when they come onto our website or application and they want to buy certain things. How do we know what things they're buying? Well, we store that in a shopping cart. Where is this shopping cart going to live? It could live on RDS, which is quite slow, and we don't really need it to live on RDS because we just need it for this session. Another option is for the shopping cart to live on the EC2 instance, but as we know, if we are using an elastic load balancer, if the user refreshes the page or refreshes their app, then the elastic load balancer might direct them to a different EC2 instance, and they will lose all their shopping cart, and all they did was refresh the page or went to a new page. So that would not be a good user experience. So the middle ground in this case would be ElastiCache, where both EC2 instances have access to it, but it's not as slow as RDS, and it's not durable. We don't need the durability of our data in this case. So that's another use case of ElastiCache. So once again, whenever on the exam you see in-memory database or microsecond latency or storage of non-durable data, think ElastiCache. Here's a quick summary of what we discussed, and I look forward to seeing you back here on the next tutorial. Until then, enjoy the cloud.